Hey, what is going on, guys? Hex coming back in today with a brand new video, and as always in the top, a little bit of talk we're talking about today, which we're going back into this latest episode of ReZero. So there is a lot of things we need to take away from this episode, and there's a lot of stuff I had to, get out in the last episode, and just this state of mind, it literally put me in. It wouldn't been good for me to talk about it at that time and try to really depict everything that's going on, because I myself felt what Subaru was feeling, I guess. I mean, you're so attached to the character, we kind of got put in the mental state he was in. There's a lot of times I just had my hand up to my face and I was staring at the screen. So there's a lot of things. Betelgeuse, whatever, however the hell you pronounce his name. There's a lot of things he says, and the first thing he says was, "You pretend that your mind is broken." So obviously he's calling him out, saying you're a liar. You're not broken. You have not gone crazy, and well, the thing with that is, I guess he can sense it. I'm not sure how he exactly knows that for sure, and none of us are, and we may never know that for sure. I mean, maybe that's just part of his character. These are things in anime sometimes we're not supposed to know. That's just who that person is. But then he goes on to say, "For what purpose do you act crazy?" And I thought about that. I was like, what purpose would he act crazy? Well, if you look back whenever he said this wasn't supposed to be like this, and he saw Ram dead, Ram dead, and all these kids, well, we find out that he says it's not supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed to be like this. So, in a sense, definitely giving up on himself, despair, of course, and just hit that kind of like selfish attitude, self-righteous attitude he had is no longer there. It's not there anymore. And basically, he doesn't want to come to terms with he's not all that in a bag of chips. Just because he can die, come back, doesn't mean he doesn't feel pain. So the next thing he says, to behave so cleverly and quietly as if seeking sympathy. So he states that he's seeking sympathy right there. Now, when you think about him trying to seek sympathy, I would say, well, he's giving up on himself. Everything he thought he could do, he couldn't do. He's facing reality. So he's given up. Then what does that lead to, though? What would that lead to? So you are a poorly acted madman, then he says. So that goes in with the last thing when he says he's seeking sympathy. So Subaru's showing all these signs of different things. So what can he be diagnosed with that would correspond to what he's feeling right now and what we're visually seeing? And the simple answer would be depression. He's not a madman. He's just depressed. He's just over the top depressed. He's not a madman. That's what Subaru is when I think about it. I mean, what else could it be? Yeah, there's a lot of emotions. Like I said, despair, for example. Well, that goes in with depression. And depression is the only thing that symbolizes what Subaru is. Especially when you see him in the bed, he's not talking. There's a stage of depression where people just don't talk. I'm not sure what it's called exactly. It's like it's a deep stage. I don't know, stage 5 or something like that. There's a lot of times they just kind of nod, or sometimes they just whisper under their breath. He's showing perfect sign of depression. So I hope I did clear it up for you guys, and maybe you guys want to look into depression now, and maybe you'll see it even clearer. But I'm gonna click out of these slides real quick so I can come back to the camera. But when you look at it, it's depression. It's nothing other than depression. So I mean, that's kind of what we felt. We kind of felt bad. We felt sympathy for Subaru, because when you see someone that has depression, I mean, you tend to feel bad for them. They look miserable. Sometimes they look like their mind has, well, broken, for example. And I've gone through things not as deep as Subaru by no means, but I can definitely correspond to what he's feeling. And you kind of have to come to that realization, because most of the time when we are depressed, we're kind of, I guess we're oblivious to it. We're subconscious to it, I'd say. We're aware of it, but we don't acknowledge it. And in Subaru's case, I would say he's totally unconscious. He's unaware of what's going on, how he feels anymore, because he's just so depressed. And he's just thinking, he's just thinking of Ram, Emilia. But hey, maybe I'll come out with another shipping video. If you guys want to see a shipping video, I'll definitely be able to do that for you, and we'll talk about that. But leave down in the comments below what you guys think. More importantly, that's what I want to know. That's what I want to feel. I didn't want to add this into the other video because, look, it's already got to be 5 minutes long, and that's one topic. The other video is already 6 minutes. So, as always, guys, I'll see you next time. You should leave a like, a comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hey, Reem X Subaru.